Hello and welcome to the gojenn podcast. Today is March 4th, Sunday. This is podcast episode number 147, and I'm your host, Scooby. Well, you can't call me Shaggy. I got my hair cut. Yes, I did get my hair cut, but you can call me Jen or gojenn, and that's how you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram. GOJENN. How are y'all doing? Have you had a good week? This was our last week where I worked to have flex time, where we could work 2 or 4 hours extra during the week and then leave 2 or 4 hours early on Friday when we have less work anyway. So I'm very, very sad to see that go. That was one of my favorite things about where I worked was I can wear jeans to work, and I was able to leave early on Fridays without using up vacation, personal, sick time, whatever. So at any rate, that's gone. I have a frog, sorry, in my throat. And it occasionally is hopping up and down, and it makes me get really hoarse and feel like I just need to go, ha! And I think I saw that on some movie or something where somebody coughed up a frog. I don't know. Pixar? I don't know. But anyway, I haven't done much of anything this week. I've been really tired. I have come home and gone to bed very early. So my only crafting to show you is my sock. And I have, where is it? Here it is. Here is the pink line of the heel. So now I'm about 1.5 inches down the foot. I'm doing pretty well, not making mistakes. Kind of scared. But anyway, this is self-striping patent Croy sock yarn. Isn't it just beautiful? And it is very hypnotizing, going around and around and around. But I'm pretty good about saying, okay, I'll just knit until I get to the next color. And then I get to the next color and I say, oh, that wasn't long. I'll just wait till I get to the next color. And so I have made some progress on that. This, which by the time I get this out, will be the end of a Craftsy free watch weekend. I had some trouble getting Craftsy, the platform, to work. It would, when I was watching the video, it would just stop. It would crash. It would skip ahead. And I don't really know if that's my iPad, which is, I think it's going on about 6 years old, and I love it. I love it. Don't ever think I don't love you. I don't want it to hear me because I can't afford a new one now. So at any rate, this has been my only crafting. I'm continuing to feel better after having the flu back around Valentine's Day. I did get my hair cut. Yay! I went out yesterday. There was supposed to be a 5K race here yesterday morning, but we had extremely high winds, as did the whole East Coast from what the news said. And I think they were, I don't know, afraid a tree would fall over on someone, or it had been kind of muddy on the trail. It was a trail race, not a paved path race. So anyway, they're going to do it next weekend. So I went out to see my mom and my dad and my sister, because she came in for the race, and then it got postponed. So she's going to come in next weekend too. But it's about a, It's about a 3 or 4 hour drive. Yeah, It's about a 4-hour drive or more for her. I hate that for her. So I did do a new setup for my bullet journal for the month of March. I added a new spread. Let me show it to you. Wellness. And then on this page I put Live Strong. And I'm using this. Sorry, it's getting blasted by the light. But I'm using this as a food diary. That's one of my things I know from Weight Watchers. It really helps to write down what you eat because unfortunately we eat a lot more than we realize we do. And it helps to write it down. I am trying to follow the ketogenic diet, which is kind of Atkins, pretty much all protein and fat, very little carbs. The problem is I really like carbs a lot. I haven't missed them too much yet. In the past week, I've had 3 taco salads because that's something, without the chips and not eating the shell, just, putting down the salad and then the meat and cheese and sour cream on top. That's like a perfect keto meal. And so I've kind of found it and stuck with it because I have other challenges. Poor me. I'm not a big fan of eggs. And if you're on the keto diet, they suggest, every recipe you see, eggs, have 6 eggs. It's just, what? And I'm just not a fan. This morning I did make myself some scrambled eggs with salsa and cheese, and that was okay. But I ate it. So anyway, wasn't as good as a taco salad. I may just eat a taco salad every day. I don't know. But anyway, I did make this spread for myself to use as a food diary to write down how much I weighed. I'm trying to keep up with my blood sugar. So my husband is checking, pricking my finger and checking my sugar on his glucose meter about once every 5 to 6 days. And it's what they tested it at the health fair that we had at work, or the health screening or whatever. It was high, and it's come down now. So I'm really glad that I can check that with him having the meter. And I do like, I'm glad it's coming down. I think they told us we didn't have to fast. But when I go to my doctor for my regular doctor's appointment, I think I'm going to ask for blood work and get an A1C test, and that tracks your blood sugar for the past 3 months. So anyway, what am I planning for March? I want to finish my owl. And those of you who have been around, thank you for coming back. If you're new, an owl is a project that is supposed to take about 3 months, and that's at the game on Ravelry called the Harry Potter Knitting and Crochet House Cup. It's just a game. All the prizes are imaginary, so are the points. And I agreed to set myself the challenge of making or finishing 4 projects that were already in process that needed to be finished. 2 were blankets, 1 is a pair of socks, and the other was a virus shawl. I finished the virus shawl and the first blanket, and I finished the first sock. So now I have to finish the second sock and finish the second blanket by the end of March. March 31st, that's the deadline. I think I can do it if I get back on my crafting. I'm hoping that maybe my lethargy this week has been kind of because I've changed my diet up. I don't have the carbs coming in like, bread, potatoes with potatoes. That's my favorite. No, it's not. I'm trying to be positive about this. It's not so much for weight gain. I mean, I need to lose a little weight, but it's more for health. And so, let me see. My goals are to finish my owl. And then after that, I'm going to take a look and see what I want to make. Because I've been working on this since the 1st of January, and I just kind of want to be free and easy, no big plans, just be calm and cool with it. As far as my reading goes, I have started a new Joe Nesbø book. This one is Police. The detective is Harry Hole. He is in Norway, and I absolutely love this series. Police is the 9th book in this series. I highly recommend it if you like police procedurals, if you like a very flawed main character. He's not always likable. I mean, I love him to pieces for all his flaws, for being so human. But he's kind of a Sherlock Holmes. His brain just works that way. I highly recommend this series. They've all been good. And he's kind of like Stephen King. You can't count on him not to kill the main character. Or you can't count on a happy ending. So I kind of like that. I mean, happy endings are good, but not when they're so contrived that they just don't make sense. You know what I mean? So anyway, I am pretty much into Police. I think I'm over halfway, and I only started it about 2 or 3 days ago. It's just so good. That's about all I have today. I did want to take a look back at February, show you how my calendar ended up at the end of February, packed to the gills with stuff. That's my tracker, and that's my burglar alarm. Okay, the dogs had to tell me that my husband was back home, and so they had to announce him. This is Lucky. Lucky, see on his feet, how his feet are a dark color, they're kind of brownish, reddish, and under his chin. That's because he's a rescue, and he was in a puppy farm, and so his job was to make puppies. Right? Right. And so he lived his early life before he came to us in a cage, and all he had to do for fun was run in circles and lick his feet. And so he does that. But he's a whole lot better than he used to be. Aren't you, boy? He's a good boy. You'll never have a dog love you like a rescue. So anyway, that's all I have for today. And until I see you next time, I wish you nothing but the love of a dog. No, love and laughter.